What's up, MMA fans? Back to do MMA Prospects Viewers Pick Volume 2. But before we get into this video, a few things I'd like to talk about. One, I just recently had my 50th subscriber, and for me that's a big deal. I know there's lots of video posters on YouTube that have, hundreds of subscribers or thousands of subscribers. I don't do a whole lot of videos, or I haven't done a lot of videos. When I first started these prospect videos and whatnot, I figured if I had 10 or 15 people watching the videos, that'd be great. And one thing I really like that came out of this is that I'm getting names of fighters that are not mainstream. They don't fight in any big shows. It shows me that there is a lot of hardcore fans around, and there's a lot of casual fans making that adjustment, digging deeper into the sport. You'll see examples of this on the video. I got some female fighters, got some flyweight fighters in North America. Of course, that's a division that really hasn't come across to the mainstream yet. He's gonna now, the WEC has adopted the flyweight division, or is gonna adopt the flyweight division. So stuff like that really makes these videos to me worthwhile. And like I said, to have 50 subscribers is just a real bonus for me. I'd like to thank all the viewers, all the subscribers, all the people that sent names in, everybody who comments. All that stuff is great, and hopefully we can keep making the videos and you guys like them. So without further ado, let's get into the viewers' picks for this video. And again, the difference here is I got a ton of names from different viewers, different YouTube users. So I'm going to have to go through this fairly quickly. Sometimes I'll give the fighter's name, maybe just a key fight, maybe just one key point about him, then I'll move on to the next fighter because I have to make 4 or 5 videos to fit them all in. First guy I'm going to talk about is Predatus. I hope I pronounced that right. And again, when I complete this video, in the right hand column I'll put all the viewers that sent names in and all the fighters they listed for each viewer. So first guy again is Predatus. Hope I pronounced that right. 29 years old. He's from the US. Doesn't do MMA videos, but check out his page. Judging by the pics he sent in, he must know his stuff. First guy he talked about is Sergio Moraes. 4-0, 6 feet tall, 170-pound fighter. Wins over Josh Martin at the Bellator Fighting Championship number 10, and the only man to ever beat 17-1 fighter Andre Chatuba Santos. So check him out. Next fighter you mentioned was Rafael Davis, 6-1. M1 fighter who has a recent victory over Vinny Magalares. The next fighter you mentioned, Renato Miglasio, 6-0. Renzo Gracie Jiu-Jitsu fighter. Key wins over Yanko Yanev, and he beat the very tough Emmanuel Fernandez. The only man to ever beat Alex Owen is another point. The fourth fighter he mentioned, Lucio Linhares, 12-4, 205-pounder. He's coming on very strong of late. Big wins over top prospect Carla Musso. He's also beat UFC veteran Sean Salmon, and he had a KO victory over the Finnish heavyweight Tony Valtonen. Solid picks from Predatus, and again, check out his page, and thanks for bringing the names in. Next YouTube user, Johnny Gleason, 82, 26-year-old from Ireland. He threw one name into the mix, Gunnar Nelson, great prospect, 21 years old, one of the few but growing fighters from Iceland. 5'11", he's a welterweight, another Renzo Gracie Jiu-Jitsu fighter. 5-0, no fights going the distance, and again a great pick. The third viewer to send names in was Snake Rattle, 38-year-old from Singapore. Check out his page. Got some cool MMA videos on his site. Now he's given me a lot of names. 17 to be exact. So because of time constraints, I'll be moving through his picks very quickly, although they are very solid picks. The first guy I mentioned was Kazuhisa Tazawa, 4-1-1 record. He's a heavyweight fighter. Got a key win over Tim Percy, veteran Tim Percy. Cristiano Kamanishi, 6-1, another heavyweight. A key win over Sang Soli. His third pick, Dave Jansen. I really like this prospect. 12-0, 29 years old. Most recently fought in M1 and has been picked up by the WEC. Check this guy out. Great all-around fighter. Good submission skills, good stamina. Check him out. Fourth guy you mentioned was Paul Bradley. That's the guy that was on the, I don't know if it was top 7, I believe. Top 7 or 8. Anyways, he had the neck herpes. He got kicked off the show. He's 11-1 now. Really good wrestling skills. Another couple of wins to be picked up by a big promotion, no doubt. Just recently had his first loss, but he's been on quite a roll. His fifth pick was Fredson Paxio. Most recent fight was in the WEC. Lost to Wagner Fabiano, 5'6" featherweight. Key wins over Thomas Denny and Mazaku Minari. His next pick was Josh Curran, 3-0. He's a 6'3", 260-pound heavyweight. Hasn't fought since April of 07, but beat Big Country Roy Nelson and Yarno Nurmanen under the Baghdad banner. Next up is submission specialist Alexander Feria, 16-6, 15 wins via submission, 5'7", 205 pounds. Key wins over tough Fabio Maldonado and Brandon Lee Hinkle. Next fighter you mentioned was KJ Johnson, lightweight, 15-10-1, Revolution Fight Team member. Fights for the upstart promotion ex-MMA. Key wins over ex-UFC veteran Doug Evans. His next pick was the great Hatsu Hioki, 19-3-2, 26 years old, 5'11", featherweight. Of course, big fight coming up at Sengoku 9, which is later on this evening actually. Semi-final fight of the featherweight Grand Prix. He wins over Jeff Curran, Mark Hominick twice, Ronnie Mann, Chris Manuel, and Rumina Sato. 10th fighter, Maximo Blanco. 2 wins, 2 losses, and 1, but don't let that record fool you. Very dangerous, very aggressive fighter. Sengoku Pancreas vet. Known for his foot stomps and vicious head kicks, so if you get a chance, check this guy out. Definitely worth watching. Next guy he sent in was Chris Kamasi, 6'3", 185 pounder, 11-3. Fought some experienced opponents: Jesse Taylor, Jesse Forbes, Darren Brigford. Again, check him out. Chris Kamosi. Mikhail Zatas, another fighter you sent in, 8'3", 6-footer, kind of ranges from middleweight to light heavyweight. Key win over Lucio Linhair. He has fought the very tough Daniel Tamara, so another guy to watch out for. The 13th guy he mentioned, and I hope I'm pronouncing this right, is Younggu Lim, 4-2-1, M1 veteran. KO victory over Lucio Linhair, and a submission loss to the undefeated top prospect Joe Soto. Number 14 on the list, the fella I like, Christian Mapumbu. He's from France, 6'2", 205-pound vet of M1 Challenge. Victory over UFC veteran Stefan Struve, and he lost to light heavyweight prospect Jan Blachowicz. If any of you have ever watched KSW, it's a Polish promotion, or haven't watched it, check it out. They put on an amazing fight, especially in the light heavyweight division. Of course, you have Blachowicz and Kalidav. Mapumbu was fight there, so check it out if you ever get a chance. The 15th guy he mentioned was Yasuhiro Shitani, 5'5", 123 pounds. And you know, the thing I like about this pick, his next 3 picks actually, they're all flyweights. He had also have Rochinsi Miki and Yuki Shoju, and these guys are all top 10 ranked flyweights. A lot of North American fighters